How you doing, guys? It's another episode of the Cryptoteacher. Now, today we're going to go over. I see a lot of comments made on my videos about Ripple's IPO, also on my Twitter. So I'm going to go over that. Now, the question is, will Ripple be an IPO? And the answer I'm going to give to you by the end of this video. Now, I'm going to explain it to you so therefore you'll understand. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, they make money off not only their credit cards, but then also they charge fees for every transaction. That's the reason why they can be publicly traded. Now, for you followers of Ripple and XRP, what is the point of Ripple and XRP? The point of Ripple and XRP is to make payments faster and cheaper. That's not a stock. The whole point of stocks is to grow, make more money, not make less money. Swift. Is Swift publicly traded? No. Is the BIS publicly traded? No. The BIS is owned by the central banks. Why do you think they wouldn't want it to be public? Because if I'm public, you can go into my transactions and see what I'm doing. Ripple would never go public. The central banks already own Ripple. It would make not 1 cent for them to go public. Now, in the United States, we have stocks. Now, in the United States, our stocks are Fed driven right now. And what I mean by that is that the Fed is pumping the market, which in return is pumping the stocks. Now, why are they doing this? Because they're going to be able to own every company. Every big, large corporation is going to be owned by a group of men. So, why would Ripple go public when we all know that recently Ray Dalio said cash is trash? Now we're going to be going on a virtual currency, which really has no value anyway. It's imaginary, the same way the dollar is. So it would make not one bit of sense for Ripple to be an IPO. Now, Brad Garlinghouse said, it's a natural state, to go IPO. Guys, Brad is a talking head. He has nothing to do with the back ends of the company. Same way Trump is the president, but do you really think he's running this country? No, the banks are. So when you actually listen to a talking head, you take it and then you go back and do your research. And if you research Ripple, you already see the people behind it. You can go to my first video on XRP is owned by the banks. They're not going to give you a piece of that. They would never do that. They already have their investors, the big billionaires. Every last one of them were billionaires that I showed that invested in the company. And just like I said, you can go and check that video out. So XRP, what does this mean for XRP? XRP is a protocol. So it's going to function regardless, but Ripple is not going to get rid of XRP because that wouldn't make any sense. The whole point of XRP is to make transactions quicker and cheaper. And you can attach it to stocks, XRPL. You can attach it to stocks, gold, silver. It's nothing but an IOU without moving it. So when Ray Dalio says that he believes in gold, when is the last time someone paid someone in gold? They haven't. The reason why we went to the gold and silver certificates is that was an IOU. It really wasn't gold and silver moving, it was just an IOU. We haven't transacted in gold and silver in thousands and thousands of years. So we've been using IOUs, and that's all XRPL is. Yes, I have the gold, but I'm going to give you this in place of it. So it's not moving, but you have an IOU saying, hey, just in case if you do want to turn this in, you can get whatever silver or gold. But XRP has its status. It's not going anywhere. But Ripple will never, ever do an IPO on the actual company. Never happen. And just like I stated, with the United States stock market, it's an illusion. The central banks already own every single large corporation already due to buying of the stock. With buybacks, the whole point of buybacks is to buy the stock. So that means the corporations own these companies. There is no such thing as these publicly large corporations anymore because the Fed owns them. The corporations own them. How many people do you really think buy stock right now? Not many. And majority of them are either in 401ks or pensions that are being used by the hedge funds. So you have to understand how the mechanism works to know that it would never make sense for Ripple to go public, because if I go public, that means that I have to show profits every single quarter, bring it in for my stockholders. They don't have to do that because they have no first of all, they have no competition. So if I have no competition, I don't have to take myself to IPO. I take myself to the whole point of an IPO is so I can get more funding, so I can get bigger. They don't have competition. They can get all the funding they ever want. Plus, they have a protocol that nobody can copy. So the plumbing is already being laid. Well, has already been laid for this to happen. So it would make no sense whatsoever for Ripple to go public. So my answer is never will Ripple ever go public. It would not make any sense. And if you understand business and stocks, you know it doesn't make sense. I go public to get larger, to go against my competition. If I need more capital, I can get it. They don't need it. They can easily go to the central bank and get the money. They're printing it. The Fed is printing it. They don't need it. So when you're dealing with what they're into, SWIFT and BIS and all that good stuff, you will never ever hear them going public. So why would you think, and Ripple is doing the same exact thing they're doing, why would you ever think Ripple will go public? It makes no sense. So the answer is, just like I said, no, they're not going public. Guys, please like and subscribe. And don't forget, I have the book BT on btcteacher.com. Also on Amazon. The book is called The Cryptoteacher. And just like I said, please like and subscribe, and you have a wonderful day.